Hi, and welcome to the Yes You May podcast with your host, me, Amanda Mae Gray. Here we talk all things confidence to make sure you're living a life that you don't regret, but it's unfiltered confidence. So let's take away any of the fluff, take away the stuff that most people would just kind of amp you up with, and let's talk real down to earth with actual people, human beings that are out there living their life and shooting for the stars. Today, we have a fitness person, which I'm pretty sure I haven't had any fitness people on, shockingly enough, because I go to the gym almost every day and I love fitness and I think it's a huge part of your confidence. And so, perfect timing. Let's bring Miss Heather Yancey in to talk about confidence. Hi, Heather. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me on here today. I'm really excited about this. And I just want to say that for my listeners who are going to be listening to this, you need to check out more of Yes You May, because Amanda Mae Gray she's so fun and she's got such an amazing podcast and she's got great guests, but also really important information that she shares. So make sure to
Hi.
check out more episodes after this one.
Thank you. That is so kind. I'm so glad you are enjoying it. Sometimes it does feel like I'm just like talking to myself on here, which is why I started having guests because I was bored of talking to myself. And it's more entertaining to have conversations. And so it's always beneficial and helpful to hear that other people are enjoying it. And yeah, it's just, I don't have like that normal, like a list of questions and templates. Let's just have a conversation. Let's just
I
talk.
love it.
So let's talk about you, Miss Heather. Tell us a little bit about your backstory, how you got into fitness and why you think that's so important.
Oh my gosh, why it's so important is the loaded
I
question.
mean, yeah. Yeah.
I have been in this industry for the last 2 decades, and it started when I was homeschooling my kids.
Mm.
And yep, I'm one of those weird moms. I went through my crunchy phase, but in the early years, I only homeschooled for about 2 years.
I feel
Didn't
like that's
last
all I
long.
could handle, and then be like, "You know what? You need some socialization." And so
Well,
do
so
I.
yes, and this was all like it came from socializing because there was this co-op that we went to.
Oh.
And there was another mom in the co-op. So once a week you went and parents kind of led different subjects.
Mhm.
There was this other mom in the co-op and she was saying that she taught spin classes. And I was like,
Ooh.
I want to do that. How do you do that? And so like 2 weeks
That's
later I was
fun.
getting my spinning certification and it just like opened up all the interests. So
Crazy.
it did start in kind of a kooky way, but I have since kind of grown from just making people sweat and trying to kill them to like let's make you more bulletproof and strong and confident
Ooh.
as you age. And so gone are the days of like the burpees till you puke.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Unless you still like that, go ahead,
No.
puke away. But
No.
those days are kind of gone. I think we've evolved and we've gotten a lot smarter in fitness, and also it's not just aesthetics; like it's really how you
How you
feel.
feel.
Yeah, totally.
100%. I'm the person that joined I go to Burn Boot Camp. My husband and I both go to Burn Boot Camp, which I don't know I don't think it's out in Seattle just yet because I
I
tried
know
to
of it.
find one. It's
Mhm.
fantastic. 45 minutes group class. It's one thing a day. It's a new workout every day, weight training, cardio days. I have never been in such good shape as being in Burn Boot Camp and going consistently, but I
Mhm.
also have actually gained weight. So I'm the weird, like, I didn't lose weight going to the gym. I've actually gained weight because when I was, and I have gotten a little bit older. So I'm no longer in the
No
20
way.
stick figure weight. But I was always, I always worked out. I worked out by myself, ran a lot, did all the things. I modeled, so like I had to be a certain whatever.
Mhm.
And but I feel better and healthier, and I think I look just as good, if not better, now with all the muscle
I was just gonna
than.
say it's probably muscle mass. Have you had
Oh,
a
it's a lot of
DEXA
muscle.
scan? Do you know where you lie with
Oh yeah,
that?
we have those in bodies. So
Yeah.
you stand
Yep.
on it with the
Uh huh.
little
The
handles and it tells
calipers.
you, and yeah, it's like my body fat percentage is not way up. It's just the muscle is now up.
Yeah. which is
Yeah.
awesome
It's awesome.
because
I
I mean,
love it.
that's gonna help you with like optimizing your hormones because you're not at the age yet where
Getting there though.
things start to turn. But I mean, it can start as early as 35.
Yeah, and I'm over that. So
But like you're doing all the things right now. And the more muscle mass you have before going into perimenopause, like you're gonna be in such better shape.
I feel like gone are the days of just cardio, cardio, cardio. And now we're realizing, oh, wait a second, we should be weight training, and that will be so much more beneficial. And it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
It's so great.
There's
Sometimes they do like these series on Instagram of like, I do this in the gym so I can pick up the kid. Like they do these, like,
yeah.
this is what the exercise is versus what you do in real life. And I
hmm
really want to do one where it's like behind your head doing this so you can take off the sweaty sports bra or like get into the ridiculous dress that doesn't have a zipper. Like I want to
There
do a
you go.
parody of women's clothing and why
Yeah.
you need to work out because
Or
our
better
clothing.
yet, get into that dress while you're sweaty.
Right. Just get out of it after you're sweating. Why are they such torture chambers? It's awful.
That's so
Awful.
awesome that you're doing that. I'm really happy to hear that.
I love it. I love it. I think it's,
Yeah.
I mean, it's
And do
nice
you
to be
notice when you
strong.
don't go that you get a little funky, a little cranky, a
Oh,
little
absolutely. So when
Mhm.
I came out to Seattle to see you guys and speak, not just see y'all, but speak to, that was the purpose. I didn't get to work out for like the week. And I
Mm.
came back and it was like a cardio day. And I was like, why is it every time I come back to the gym after being away, the first day is a cardio day that's going to kick my, like, what is this? And I was sluggish and
Yeah.
tired. I'm like, this is awful.
It's
So
still a
bad.
necessary evil, but
I know, I know. And that's what deters people is because when you haven't gone and then you go and you're sore and it's hard,
Mhm.
like it's actually easier to be less sore by going every single day or
Absolutely.
most every day. And
Absolutely.
yeah,
Yeah. Consistently. Yes.
consistently,
I
yeah.
came from like talking about cardio. I came from a background of doing Ironman and
Oh, really?
marathons and I lived for that stuff because you do get that endorphin high. And then there's also something about the training. Like you're spending hours and hours and hours on a bike and running and you're doing it with friends. So it's therapy, it's great. Like you're immersed in this, you know, support group.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, absolutely. The community, I think, is just as important.
Yeah. But I after last summer, I retired for the third time and I am more obsessed with lifting weights and doing that
Yep.
and like shorter bursts of cardio because cardio's changing anyway as we age.
Mhm.
Do you know about sit sprint
No.
interval training?
No, tell me.
Okay, so once you get to later 40s, early 50s, sprint interval training takes away from like replaces hit. So
Okay.
we're trying not to do like these long ass cardio sessions of
Yes.
that magnitude,
Right.
that kind of intensity, because it really wears down hormones and
Mm.
depletes us. So now the sprint interval training takes place of it and it's like done in 15-20 minutes and you get from what I've read, you get the same benefits of hit just shorter. So like if I'm getting the same output, why would I want to do a longer session, you know? I
Yeah.
mean, some of us are a little crazy, but so that can look differently. So I add in sit to my training at least once a week. And I
Okay.
like to do it on a rower or a treadmill,
Mhm.
where you are going like as hard as you can go. And I want to say all out, but that's an Orange Theory term. If you ever took an
Fine.
Orange Theory class, that's their term.
I
But
thought about it. We
you go
didn't.
max effort and
Okay.
then it's like 30 seconds tops. And if you don't hit max effort in 30 seconds, that's not your max effort. Like it's a lung buster. And then you want to
Mm.
recover for like 2 to 3 minutes. So what that would look like on a treadmill is I would sprint as
Sure.
hard as I could go till I thought it was going to fly off the back end. And then I would jog for like 2 to 3 minutes. And when I say
Right.
jog, like I'm watching my heart rate and bringing it all the way back down. Um, you could do it on stairs. There's so many different ways that you can do it a bike, but
Interesting.
it's efficient. It's like get it done. get out of there. And you
Mhm.
can tack on, originally when sit started getting popular, they thought that it should be done on a day of just all by itself. But now they're saying
Oh,
you can do it and still get the same benefits after your strength. So like go do your
interesting.
leg day and then do a quick sit session, and that'll be enough that you need.
Interesting.
I think it's cool. I like it.
It's not 45 minutes of hating my life. Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah, I mean, back to burpees till you puke. And then we need a lot of, as we age, we need a lot of zone two training. So
Mhm.
just in that lower heart rate zone. So hiking is a great way to get
I
that.
love hiking.
I do
I
too.
haven't done it, and it's been rain I was like it's funny you should mention that because I was like, "Let's go hiking this week," and it's been rainy all week, and I'm like, "Okay or not."
Oh, do you know you can hike in the rain?
Yeah, yeah. It's, the dog doesn't love the rain, you know, so blame it
We
on
just
him.
living where we live, I have to adapt. We
That's
have
true,
to
you have a lot more rain out
embrace
there.
it. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't well, we have had a lot of rain. We've had, like, record-breaking amounts of rain. I feel like my plants are overwatered, and I'm like,
Oh, wow. The hiking is, I love, love, love it.
"I do love hiking."
I went for a solo hike last night, and
Oh,
yeah, it's all until you like make
tired.
everybody a little nervous. No, like hiking till it's dark by yourself with
Yeah,
cougars. And
yeah. Did you take a dog?
I took my dog.
Well, see, then you weren't by yourself. You were
Forgot my
hiking with a
pepper
dog.
spray, but I took my dog. And here's the thing about me that's a little bit odd. I like to listen to true crime while I'm hiking. So yeah, I'm in the woods up a mountain by
I
myself.
mean, you know, that's normal. It's totally normal to verify yourself in the woods. Yeah, that is definitely some people's definition of cray. Yeah.
It's different. Yeah.
I mean, I only listen to true crime. I forget about it, but I also have ADHD, so I forget about a lot of things. So, if I've ever forgotten about you, it's not you, it's me. Um, it is what it is. I can't help it. And I like to listen to that like on really long road trips.
Yeah.
You just get really invested and the time just flies by.
Yeah.
And
Some
you know,
Dateline.
oh,
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, it's fascinating, fascinating. Talk to me about how you found your confidence in fitness, with fitness, and why you think other people need to get involved in that for confidence. Because I always tell people, like, confidence is not just you're confident in everything all at once, right? Like,
Mhm,
confidence to me is a muscle. Nah. It's something that you have to work on, and
mhm,
it can fade and it can grow, but it's also gonna be different in different categories. So you're not always gonna be confident in everything, and usually when you're confident in something, it's because you have done it over and over again and you're comfortable in that place. So talk to me
mhm.
about your theories on confidence, fitness. Go.
This is something that I wish that I knew about when I was 20 something.
Mm,
I I have a 26-year-old child, and I
child.
I want I want nothing but like for her to feel what I feel at 53. Like
Yeah.
I want her to get on that immediately. There's and I think that we've got this movement right now of women sharing this for
Mm,
younger people. But confidence is something, you're absolutely right. It's flexing over and over, but it's also, there's something about going into a gym and being able, like when I'm traveling or I'm on vacation and I'm in hotel gyms, going right up to the weight rack and either asking the dude, "Can I work in with you?" or how many more sets you got, and there's like, I never would have done that as young Heather. I
right.
would have stayed in the back on the treadmill and just waited till nobody was in the room, and then maybe I would go get some dumbbells. But there's something about being able to walk into a place and knowing what to do there, and knowing that you belong there, and
Mm,
knowing that nobody's nobody's looking at you unless you're
no.
looking really cute that day, but
What
nobody's
are you doing
looking at
looking
you.
really cute in the gym with the hair and makeup? Come
Everybody's more obsessed with what they look like in the mirror to
Facts.
notice. And so over time, like having that in your head of like, own this place. I know what to do here. I belong
Mhm.
here. It develops this confidence. But when you take that out, like let's say you're working out at home by yourself and you're not having that to pump you up. We'll use a little metaphor of working out. It's every time you finish, I call it this resilience rehearsal. Like every time you
Ooh, yeah.
finish a hard set of something or that finish line that you get closer to, every time you chalk up another one of those wins, it does something, you know, neurologically of like, I am, you know, stronger. I am like this confidence becomes a little personality that you didn't know you had. And
Yeah.
so like yes, if young women could know this and understand what happens also the physiological effects of when you're especially when you're weight training as
Yeah.
your body starts to become stronger, it really really is that whole mind body connection. It's like it's how I started my whole badass thing. Like everything that I have of my branding is badass, you
Yeah,
know?
I love
And
that.
it truly is like the that feeling that I want every woman. And I talk mostly to women. I
Mhm.
coach mostly women. Um I want them to feel that way. I want them to really get in touch with their inner badass. And I think that just getting stronger both physically and mentally is this beautiful confidence breeder.
I agree. I feel like when you start lifting weights, you don't necessarily see immediate progress and you don't
Mhm.
like you feel good, but like until you go and do something, you're like, dang, that was easier than last year. Like picking up,
Mhm.
like that's it's Christmas time, right? You take out the decorations, you pick up the box, you're walking up the stairs, you're like, do 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 do, and then you're like, oh, I'm not out of breath. Oh, that wasn't that heavy. Like until you like start to see those things, you're like, dang, that's great. Look at all the things I could do. Or you surprise somebody
Yeah.
in public. Like my father-in-law, he unfortunately lost one of his arms due to cancer, and he's in his 80s. So he often needs help getting up out
Mhm.
of chairs, especially in public, right? Because they're just not as conducive for him. And I can pick him up no problem and stabilize him. And the first time I did that, he was like, "Dang, Amanda, you're strong." And I was like, "I got you. We're good." But that feeling of like, and other people being like, "Oh, okay, she's got this." That's
Mhm.
the feeling that I feel like, and anybody can have it, because when I first joined our gym, it was all moms, right? It's a very women-centered gym. And all these moms with their ridiculously strong arms, and that was not me. And I'm like, I don't
Mm.
understand. How come they're so much stronger than me? And then I was like, oh, they pick up babies all the time. That's part of it. And,
Uh-huh.
and just seeing all these moms just, they're not necessarily losing all the weight. They're not doing like, but they are strong and they
Mhm.
are showing their kids, and their kids are seeing their moms work out, and that is gotta be such a huge imprint on these kids that's just gonna last potentially generations to come, right? It's
Yeah.
so huge and so empowering what lifting weights and getting in the gym and getting it done will do for you. And anytime you are like, "Oh, I don't wanna go," it's like, just get there.
Totally.
Just just get there. That's like the biggest challenge, is getting to the gym, because then once you're
Mhm.
there, well, you're there.
Mhm. And some of us operate better in a gym or in a like I know you love your
A
group
group.
classes.
Used to hate them though.
Did you?
Yes. I never was a group fitness person at
Because
all, at all.
because did you not like the rah-rah? Did you not like what was it?
Um, I was never really a girl's girl, and I never really had a lot of female friends, and
Okay.
then I turn bright red. I mean, like, lobster red when I do any exertion, so it was always really embarrassing for me.
Nobody's looking
Um
at you, remember that?
I've learned that, and even if they are, it just shows effort. I feel like now in the gym when I
Yeah.
turn bright red, like, I walked in and I'm in shape and da da da, and I have a thing for cute gym outfits, because I feel like if I have cute gym outfits, then I'll go use them. That's how my mind works, which is true, it does work. Um, but then, like, when I'm exerting energy, I feel like it shows to
Mm.
the other women, like, no, we're all in this together and we're all working hard,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it's not
But
easy.
some
for
people like it. Some people don't like it for other reasons.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah.
and really it's like, no, that's not for me. I don't want to go through all that effort to be with other people. I just need to be alone. Like I need my time.
Yeah.
And so those people, like the beauty of COVID was half of us built home gyms
Oh,
that,
we have one.
yeah. But I mean, so some people are better in their own environment and some people need that group. I kind of fall in the middle.
Yeah.
I love being with people, but it's really easy for me to go out to my gym.
Mm.
And like, I'm the morning girl, like do it before I start
Yes.
work. And
Yes, I try to.
it's much easier to take 10 steps that way than get in the car and
That's true. That's
yeah.
true. I think, like, to your hiking point earlier, I think it's really easy to go and just take a walk and get outside by myself,
Mhm.
and I think that's one of the things that now that it's summertime again, I'm gonna be able to do more because obviously it gets cold and ugh.
Does it get that cold in Georgia?
It does. It gets pretty cold. We don't get snow really, and we get ice a little bit, but it does get
Mhm.
cold. You need a jacket. It's, like, real cold. We
We need
don't
to go to the
have
gym.
in between. There's not a lot of in between. Like, it's, like, winter, and then it's summer. Like, there's
Oh.
not a lot, fall is very small and spring is very small. And you're like, "I wore my jacket, my cute fall spring jacket,
Oh.
like, 4 times this year total because
Oh, okay.
it's like a hard switch, and it's annoying because 'cause I'm from New England originally, and I'm used to seasons, and then I
Yeah.
moved to Florida, and then I had no seasons, so when I came to Georgia, I was like, "Seasons!" No, not really.
You had one season in Florida.
Yes, and it was lovely, but you do miss, like, that cooler temp
Yeah. I
after a
lived in
while.
Vegas for 10 years and I remember being like, "Oh, shocker, it's going to be sunny and hot today."
It can
And
get cold there too sometimes, but
it did in the winter. But I do remember like looking at magazines and going, "I want to wear those cute sweaters."
right.
God, we
I
always want what we don't have.
Well, and it's funny because during the winter, you're like, "I'm over my sweaters," and then it was, like, a little bit chilly, I think, last night, and I was like, "Oh, I can wear my sweater one more time," and I'm like, I've been, like, trying not to wear them or, like, being so looking forward to not, and now I'm like, "Oh, but one more time." It's funny how you
Totally. Okay, so speaking of clothes, what's your go-to for your
for
gym
gym.
wear? Mhm.
What brands?
What do you like?
So I am a big Gymshark fan for shorts.
Oh, okay.
I wear the tight shorts because we are just doing everything. I can't have anything. I need like a 5-inch tight, and I got legs. Okay, I got a big thigh glute situation.
Awesome.
The nice way I'm going to put that. So they are the ones that really stay for me. I'm not a big Lulu fan.
Uh-huh.
At all. I don't I tried to get into it and I was like, "Oh, I've never had Lulu, I need to try it." And then I was like, these aren't doing it for me." And it might
Okay.
be my body type, but I really like Gymshark shorts, although their tops, eh. I feel like lately they've had a lot of, like, boob out tops instead of boob
In.
taken care of tops because I don't need them out in the gym. I need them to be away and
You want
comfortable
them
and
harnessed.
out
Yes.
of my mind. I don't wanna be thinking about falling out of my
Mm.
freaking sports bra, so I'm a little annoyed with them right now for that, but I love their shorts. What are the brand that's the, what's that brand by Carrie Underwood that Best Buy not Best Buy,
Yeah, no, I've seen
no,
it at
Dick's,
Dick's.
Sporting's good. Yeah,
Um,
Callie, something like that. I
mhm,
like her stuff.
mhm.
Yeah,
I
those are
haven't
the
tr I haven't
brands.
tried either of those.
What do you wear?
Right now I wear a lot of Yori.
Okay, I haven't tried them, but my boss likes them.
They're, super, super, super soft.
Really?
Yes.
Hmm.
And I also have a situation going on. I grew up figure skating and I built some serious quads. Serious.
Yes,
So, like
that's my problem.
like we have a problem when we go jean shopping.
I always have had a problem going G-Shock 'cause I've always been thicker there, but and I have a tiny waist, like, I have an abnormally small waist just naturally.
Perfect. Perfect.
Yeah, except
You're
for when
like a
you're trying to buy
Jessica
clothes.
Rabbit.
It's yes, yes, and the red, yes, but then, like, I bought Constantly Varied, have you seen their stuff? They've got, like, these great patterns, and I got these T-Rex set. It's like T-Rex in the gym, and it's hilarious.
Uh-uh.
It's so freaking cute. And the sports bra is great, but the shorts, they've got like the rubber grip on the edge so they don't roll up, and that's great. But they have a bigger waist, and my waist
Okay.
tapers in too much. So I have this gap. And I'm like,
Oh, no
dang it.
problem. Just wear a belt.
I'm a short sports bra. That's it. I don't wear
And
shirts.
your belt. Belt those
Just
suckers up.
hi. I'm like
Oh,
debating, do I
hey.
sell them? Do I try to alter them? I don't know what to do with that. I'm annoyed by it. I'm like,
Um,
okay, I get it.
Another brand that works well for me is Athleta. I've always thought that
Okay.
their stuff lasts forever.
Right. Well, that's key because you're
Yeah.
wearing it one time and washing it.
Yes, and I also teach hot yoga, so those clothes, like, you need something that lasts for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hot yoga is hard.
Hot yoga's awesome.
I am not a fan. I overheat. So I don't really like hot tubs. I don't like I because
Oh,
I overheat that's why I only wear shorts and a sports bra because I overheat like
okay.
instantly. So me and hot yoga.
Well, going back to the confidence with what you're
Oh
talking
yeah.
about too, of what you wear,
Yes.
like, that's pretty epic too, because you're seeing this more and more these days, is that women are feeling, no matter what their body looks like, or what size they are, they're feeling really empowered to wear the gym wear.
What? Mhm.
And I love that.
I do too.
I like, we never would have had that kind of confidence younger, ever.
Oh no, I was really so on that point, even when I first started working out in the gym, I would just get really hot and I would have to like stop and cool down and like fan my shirt. And it took me a while
Mhm.
to feel comfortable just wearing some sort of sports bra. Or I bought like the long line ones because I'm tall. So everything's short on me, anyways. Like there's just a lot of, and I'm white as hell. Like there's just a lot of skin. It's like, I don't know. It took me a long time, even in my 30s, even at this, to feel like this is okay and this is what I need to do. But there's a huge difference when
Mhm.
you wear what makes you feel good while working out, because
Mhm.
then you just worry about working out and you
Yeah.
know you can do it. It's
Yeah,
part of the confidence thing, I think.
absolutely. And I love that. I love that that's getting more and more popular right now. It's just the empowerment that women are recognizing. And if someone is watching, listening, who isn't currently working out and you feel like excluded, let that be, let that spark curiosity of,
Mm.
oh, wait a minute, you're telling me I can feel better? Like, and not only feel better, but you're going to sleep better.
Yeah.
Your hormones are going to be more optimized. Like, this is not just aesthetics. It is imperative that we find movement that we like, but
Yes.
that we're trying to cover all the bases. Like, we need to build, maintain muscle mass, and then we also need to do like the heart protective cardio. I mean, we need all that. But for someone who might not be as much of an enthusiast as we are about
Nice
fitness,
way of putting it.
let that spark your curiosity to just go explore. What makes me feel good? Is it going for a walk? Is it hiking? What is it?
Is it
Do
dancing? I
that.
mean, that's how
Yes.
Zumba got so big, right? Because yeah, I know when I was in my younger years and going to the clubs, when those fitness trackers first came out, I was blown away with how many calories I was burning while dancing in the club. And it was
In the
great.
club.
Like whatever gets your body moving, I always feel like you've got to use it, right? Like we have this body, our bodies were never designed, if you will, to sit like I'm doing right now in front of a
Right.
freaking computer for
Yeah.
hours on end. We were
Yeah.
meant to move. We had to find our own food. We have to do so. So if it's that saying, if you don't use it, you lose it. And
Mhm.
it's so true. You've got to move your body. And when you build, the best part is though, when you build that muscle mass base, it will last. Like it's so much easier to get back
Mhm.
to it, even if you fall off the
Yeah.
hamster wheel.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
it's
We
got
call
that
it
like
atrophy. Like, let's say
yeah,
you have an injury and you can't do what you love for a little bit and you're like, "Oh, I'm losing everything." No, you're not. It's just a little atrophy. It's a little tired. You're going to wake it back up and it's going to come right back.
yeah.
It's not that scary or tumultuous. I have a walking pad underneath my desk.
Nice.
So I alternate. I'm taking this meeting walking, I'm going to sit and do a podcast, obviously. But there's a really well-known fitness person who I listen to a few of her podcasts, and some of them she does when she's out walking. And I'm like,
Mm.
I love her, but I don't love the sound of someone
Right.
as they're giving, this important information. It's distracting to me.
Yeah, it would be distracting to me too. But I will say I get some of my best ideas when I'm out walking.
For sure.
Like,
Yeah.
clear my head, get out in nature, walk. We're fortunate we got a trail behind our house, so I can just go. And I,
Perfect.
of course, don't even use it as much as I could or should, right? It's always the way. But I always, whenever I'm frustrated or I don't know what to do next, like I know if I take a walk,
Hmm.
I will just clear my mind. Or if I'm stuck on something, like just go for a walk. The ideas will start to come and flow.
Absolutely.
And then you'll
Yeah.
feel better. And then guess what? Your confidence is better.
Yeah. And maybe
Well,
take the AirPods out and the crime out while you do that.
we don't always have to be connected.
This is
I
going to be a murder-free walk.
Ideally, since we're going in the woods, it might, not
Yeah.
be our best choice. A
But
murder-free
you're
walk.
so right. Like, just that constant connection. Like, we gotta appreciate and foster the mindset. I came up with some really good keynotes hiking the
Ooh.
Grand Canyon last week.
Oh yeah,
Like,
tell me about that.
that was hard as heck, but really beautiful. It's the second time I've done it. It was very different the first time I did it. I was
Yeah.
with 20 badass women, and this time was my husband. And so, like, two very different experiences. One of them was a little more quiet and fostered some great thinking.
Fantastic. Oh, I
There's only
love
so
that.
much you can talk about with your spouse when you're out there for so long. But we were out there for our 28th anniversary, and
Oh,
we thought, what a better way to celebrate marriage than, a day full of sweating and hard AF stuff.
it's amazing. I love that. I love that so much. So when you say hiking the Grand Canyon, is there like a specific trail? Like, how does that tell us more about that?
There's several trails, but the famous one that people talk about is rim to rim. So you're going
Okay.
from either the south to the north. It's everybody's Garmin's are a little bit different, or their tracker is a little bit different.
Sure.
The last time that I did that, it was 24.5 miles.
Oh,
It's 6,000 feet climbing up to get out. So, I mean, that's the hardest part is you've had this long day and you still have to do
you have to still climb
miles
out.
straight up. Yeah,
Ooh,
that's the hardest part.
got it.
But my husband and I did a slightly different route. We did 20 miles. It was 5,000 feet. So we did not go to the north side. We did this excursion through the south. It was still long. We still saw all the beautiful things. But, like, the theme in my head, number one, I'm sure I'm a little ADD too, but the theme in my head was just this, like, this building of resilience, and like
Mhm.
the partnership and working together, and how we can't do hard stuff without other people. Like, we need that community. And then it was also the AC/DC song that, it's a long way to the top. And so, like, I had these
Hilarious.
competing thoughts of, like, oh, this epic keynote with a when you want to rock and roll.
It's awesome. Love that.
So, like, that'll stay in my mind forever, just
Yeah.
singing that song over and over and thinking deeply about stuff.
What do you think was the number one takeaway for you from that? I know,
Um,
or just a takeaway, like
I think that the thing that I was, because this was new for my husband, this kind of,
oh, he's not into all of this as much?
he lifts weights.
Good.
Endurance is not his
Mm,
forte. He
sure.
doesn't do a lot of cardio. We did some pretty hard hikes leading up to this. So I think my
Okay,
number
you
one
prepped him at
takeaway,
least.
like, yeah, like, but then we had to have, like, little coaching during the during the hike. And after, I was just trying to, like, really convey how incredibly badass that was of him to do that. But all of the prep that needs to go into something like that. It's really like taking all your training and putting it to the test.
Yeah.
And that includes your mental health too. Like you have to be prepared for something like that. And there's more to, like, when I said coaching moments, it wasn't like, you got this, you're almost there. Like, that's so
Yeah,
BS
babe.
stuff. Yeah. It's more, but it's the coaching is more like, yeah, this shit gets hard. Like
Right.
you have no choice but to push through this. And if you're doing it with a more of a clearer, more focused mindset,
Sure.
you're gonna do better. So we, at the bottom of the canyon, we ran into, my husband's a firefighter.
Okay.
We ran into another firefighter that works for the national park down there.
That's cool.
It was cool till it wasn't.
Uh-oh.
He he was recommending that we stay at the bottom for a
Oh.
while until like the sun started to go behind the canyon, because it was really hot. And he said, I recommend you stay down here to like 4. And I was like, it's 12:30. We're not,
What are we doing down here?
no, we're not doing, no, we're going up. And then he was like, well, I've already given out 3 IVs today. And there, we had a death earlier this week. And I'm like, I know, I saw that. It was a guy from Washington, very sad. And he was like, he was an avid hiker. He was in great shape. And I think that like got into my husband's head,
Oh, no. Yeah,
because
of
then
course.
he started
The
to,
panicking.
he didn't
Not like
outwardly
yeah,
panic, but
yeah,
I could see the demeanor changed.
yes.
And it was hot and we were going back up. But we had to have some coaching in and around that, of like, you can choose to look at this like an oh shit moment, or you
Right.
can choose to look at this of like, I've worked for this. My body can handle this. Like, just reframe it. I mean, we need to do that with everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
reframing is huge.
yeah. And other people can bring you down, right? Like, he was doing it,
Yeah,
this guy was doing it out of concern.
sure.
And I made a comment. I was like, yeah, but we're pretty badass. And he was like, yeah, well, that's what the other people thought too.
Right.
He
Well,
wasn't
he's got a pessimistic attitude at this point.
he wasn't
Yeah.
having my confidence.
No, he was not.
Mm-mm.
I think that's something important to consider, right? Somebody else, when you share something with somebody else, it's so easy for them to tear you back down. And we
Yeah.
have to like guard ourselves a little bit in what we share and what we say to protect our confidence, to protect our ideas, because it's so easy
Mhm.
for somebody to be like, well, what about this? Or, oh, yeah, maybe in your dreams. Or that comes with anything, right? Like, not just confidence, but also with your dreams and with what you want to do or your big ideas. It's very easy for people close to you or anyone to just be like, that's a pipe dream. Good luck.
Mm.
You're like, are you out of your mind?
Mhm.
And you have to choose who you share things with and who you decide to like. Nope. You don't need to know what I'm up to. I feel like that's something that I've been seeing a lot lately too, is like protect your energy,
Mm.
protect your mindset, and know that just because somebody else says something doesn't mean that's your reality, that's their reality.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
they are not living your life, nor do they have any bearing on it. So let it go. It doesn't matter.
Amen.
That's it. That's all the wisdom I got for today.
That was a good TED talk, Amanda. I liked it. But yeah, and it's the like, have the expectation of someone's going to say something to you that's going to make you question or doubt. Just have the expectation of, no matter what someone says to me, I'm going to trust my gut, and I'm going to know myself better, right?
Yeah, 100%. It literally happens to everybody. It's funny that you say that because in my keynote, I open with this story about getting rejected instantly. Just like somebody just literally looking me up and down and assuming I didn't know anything about technology and I was just some dumb blonde. And,
Mm.
I always thought it was me and nobody else that has this happened to. But then I was training, who is now my husband, at my job because he was working for me part-time at the time, it doesn't matter. And he got instantly rejected by somebody. And it was like a light switch went off. Like I'd never really seen firsthand someone else get so rejected so
Mm.
quickly. Or maybe I had and it didn't occur to me for whatever
Mhm.
reason, but like it doesn't matter who you are, what you look like, what gender you are, what race you are, what political, what it none of that matters. You will get rejected at some point in your life. You will get challenged on your ideals. Your confidence will come into question because of what somebody else says, but it happens to
Mhm.
all of us.
Mhm.
Every single person, I don't care who they are, has had somebody do something or say something, and it doesn't matter because their opinions shouldn't really matter. But it happens to every
Right.
single person, every
Yeah.
single one of us,
Yeah.
no matter
It's
what you
part of
assume.
the calluses that we get, and you just
Ooh.
have to build up the callus, right? Like keep picking up the barbell even though you hurt yourself. I remember the very first audition I went on to teach a spin class. So back when I
Oh,
was brand new,
yes.
and this place it's the biggest gym in the world.
Oh,
It is like all the Microsoft people have it as part of their benefits package. It's just massive, okay? And it's swanky. You could go there and get anything done. It's a
sure.
swanky club. So I go on this audition, and I don't know what to expect because I've never
Mhm.
done this before. And the room is so big, and I'm up on stage, and there's like three people in this big huge room who are my
Evaluating?
my yeah, my people. And I got a call back a few days later. Um we didn't give you the job. We didn't think that you had enough energy. And I was like, first of all, I have a hard time calming down the energy.
Right.
And I was just like speechless. And I felt immediately like not worthy, like
Mhm.
I suck.
Mhm.
I can't believe I didn't get that $30 an hour
Right.
gig. Like it crushed me.
Yeah, of
And
course.
about a month or two later, now I'm teaching at other clubs. I get a call back of, we'd like to audition you again. And I was like, I don't know how I feel about this.
Right.
I don't know if I ended up going on it. I ended up working there for about 5 years.
Wow.
Um, but it was humbling too. Like, do I really go back in there to the same people who didn't think I had and then I let that get to me, but I was also a lot younger. Like,
Mhm.
I didn't have what I have now. If it were today, I'd be like, okay, whatever. Now I don't have to drive across town.
Right. Right. Okay, no problem.
But yes, we all have those stories. That one still sticks out as clear as, like
Yeah.
I can see where I was driving when I got that phone call. I know exactly, how it sounded and how I felt. Yeah.
And it's like it was just one or two other people's opinions at that time. So as an
Mhm.
actress, we obviously do a lot of auditions and things, and it didn't occur to me that it wasn't personal when I wouldn't get the gig, right?
Mhm.
Because there's so many other factors. Like, I realized one time, like, if I'm taller than the guy that they already happened to cast before me, I wasn't getting the part. It had nothing to do with anything other than I'm 5'8". Oh,
Yeah.
well, like, it had nothing when it occurred to me, like, it's really not you personally. It's really not, and I still have to remind myself of this, right? Like, it's not something that
Mhm.
you learn and then you're, like, good on every situation. It's, like,
Right.
something you have to remind yourself, like, "Wait, wait, wait, wait." But that's just one other person's opinion. Like, who
Mhm.
cares? Like,
Mhm.
what has my opinion done to other people too? Right? Like, and what do I know about that subject, right?
Mm.
You can't let those moments define your entire life
Right. Right.
or kill your confidence
Yeah.
further. That's the
Yeah.
key, right? Like, what are you gonna do now? Okay, and
Mhm.
now what? How are you gonna respond to this? Okay, you came in
Mhm.
second, now what? Did you really do anything wrong? Probably not. Probably not. Let's talk about
Yeah.
alignment because that's the other thing you talk about and work with people on. And now we're not talking spiritual alignment technically. You're literally talking about posture and alignment.
Yeah.
Tell me more about that because I
This is
think
another
that
thing yeah, it's super cool. And I wish I would have known this a long time ago. So, um, I am a practitioner, meaning I've gone through all the training
Mhm.
to measure people. We have 20 bony landmarks on our body.
Oh,
And the reason why we want to look at alignment is for if you're in chronic pain, if you've got overuse injuries happening, or like you just really want to work on your posture, because when we have better posture, we feel more confident because we're standing taller, we're
that is 100%
shoulders back and
something.
down. Like,
100%
yeah, when we are in our daily lives, like we get
hunch.
terrible posture. Yeah.
Yes.
So it's really fascinating. You use these tools to measure the body, and then you get this output of where you might have discrepancies. So like for me personally, I've always known that I've got one higher hip than the other. And
Oh,
I always thought it was from my figure skating days of like landing on my
sure.
right leg over and over. Like
Sure.
I've just got out of alignment. So for me, I've got a hip higher. I've got another hip that's internally rotated. And then I have a little bit of curvature in my spine, which most people do. But what that does is it travels up and down. So I will get like low back pain. I will get some knee issues. My hips will sometimes
Mm.
bother me. I've had ankle issues. Like if I look at how many injuries I've had over my lifetime, and I always chalked it up to, yeah, but you're not a couch potato. Like you're out there doing a lot of epic stuff. So um, I know it's because of my alignment issues that I keep having these injuries. And so what do you do if like things are out of alignment? You get these corrective exercises. So
Okay.
once I measure someone and put all their numbers into this software, it's going to recommend a little routine. And when I say corrective exercises, we are not talking about traditional exercises. It's more like scientific yoga.
Interesting.
um, so I'm doing things to get my hips back into alignment, and you do that for a week, then you get remeasured, and
Okay.
sometimes things start to shift. So the reason why, like I'm, all over the place, is because my body has learned to hold that posture. My intrinsic muscles are holding me in the same way all the time.
Interesting.
So if I don't fix that, how my postural muscles are holding me, then I'm never going to get back into alignment. I will not train someone or work with someone without measuring them first now.
Really?
I won't do it. And I feel personally responsible after 20 years of making people do things. I feel responsible
Right.
for injuries and stuff that have come. Just now I will make sure that I know what's happening with their body. And it's super cool because we can do it virtually too. I've got all my lasers.
Really?
Uh-huh.
That is
So
super cool.
yeah, you just need to get in a pair of shorts and a sports bra so I can see your body, and then I can measure things on there. But the alignment has, like, it's come in as something that I don't think most people in fitness do or talk about.
Mhm.
I used to do a lot of functional movement stuff with clients, when I would see like they've got a shoulder that's higher.
Yeah. Right.
But if I don't go to that root cause and fix those postural muscles, then it's not going to work. And then the whole thing takes a long time. Like we want
Yeah.
overnight fixes. We think, oh, well, if I do that exercise routine once or twice, I'm going to be fixed. But you have to keep because if I think about how long I've been carrying this body the way I've been carrying it, it takes a long time to undo and rebuild.
Yes. Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
I think it's just the coolest thing. And I love knowing where my numbers are. Like I can tell you before I hike the Grand Canyon and after. There's some stuff that's a little bit wacky. And I notice it. I'm like, oh, wait, I'm starting to feel this.
Mhm.
Okay, I got to get realigned. I gotta see what's going on. So I will have someone measure me.
Interesting.
Yeah, super cool stuff.
Yes. I'm like, my mind is like running in so many different directions thinking about that.
Yeah, and why wouldn't you want to know what's going on with you?
Well,
Like
right. Right. And it's so I feel like so many people are probably out of like almost everybody's probably slightly out of line somewhere. and you just keep pushing through because you don't realize it,
Mhm.
and you're
Yep.
only making it worse.
Yep.
But to your
Yeah.
point, it's not a quick fix. It's like
It's
it's
not.
like eating healthy. You don't see by eating healthy that you didn't get X sickness. You just don't get it, so you don't you just start doing other things. You're like, "Well, it's fine. I don't have anything now," but it's that
Yeah.
constant maintenance of sorts
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
prevent. But preventive measures, it's not sexy, and you don't see those results because you
Yeah.
don't see the problems that come up.
I'm hoping that our healthcare system will start recognizing preventative
Oh,
care
that would be
more.
nice.
Because we're all about sick care right now. So like
I
let's do
know.
something proactively.
Well, I
Yeah.
think, yeah, they're working on that. We won't get political, but they are. There are
It might,
some players.
I'm excited about potential. Yeah, for
Well,
sure.
it's so important because it's like, I mean, how many of these things are we discovering are absolutely terrible for us? Not that it's really that surprising, but like the food dyes, like,
Mm.
shocker, these
Mm-hmm.
chemicals aren't good in your body. Like, well,
Mm-hmm.
that's not that surprising. Like, I know my cousins, they used to drink Mountain Dew growing up constantly. And they're just, even like their skin was just like not as full, right? Like in
Mm.
color and whatnot. And
Yeah.
there's no way that that was good for them. Even my mom, she used to drink Diet Coke every day, a few a day. She would have to get
Wow.
her Coke fixed. And then she started having these problems that they couldn't diagnose. Like they couldn't figure out what was going on. And I was like, stop drinking the Diet Coke. Like, you got to cut that out. And she cut it. She does one a day now, which I'm like, that's crazy to me still. But like the problem started to go away when she stopped consuming so much of that junk for your body.
Mm-hmm.
And to
That's
your
interesting.
point, right? Like I discovered I can't have dairy back in 2000,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't know what it was. I went and I had all these tests done and
Mm-hmm.
nothing. They even put me under, did that endoscopy, whatever that is
Mm-hmm.
called.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing was wrong. They're like, "Well, we don't know. You're just having problems." I did my own little food sensitivity test, pricked my little finger, dropped the blood on the little thing, mailed it off for like what, $160 after
Mm-hmm.
spending God knows how much. And it came back, "Oh, dairy. Stopped eating dairy. All these problems went away." And I was like, "Well, how come we didn't lead with that?
Mm.
Isn't that insane?" I'm like, "Okay,
Mm.
I don't trust you guys."
You just have to be your own advocate, right?
Well, and you really got to realize that the food that you eat absolutely has to be taken into consideration. It's not
Yep.
about going on a diet or losing the weight. Like it's literally about consuming real food. And yeah, that's it. Just consume real food.
I agree. I agree. There was a guy who started this ZERF, just eat real food.
Sure. I like that.
ZERF. I haven't seen him in a long time, but he this was about 10 years ago and it was like, wow.
That was so mind blowing at
Like,
the time. He was
yeah,
on the
what a
forefront of it.
fascinating concept.
No, weird. McDonald's
Yeah.
isn't healthy. Shocker. Sorry, McDonald's. We could call you out. Like so
Yeah.
bad, but it's so true. And that affects your confidence. That affects your mood.
Mhm.
It affects the way you feel. Because if you feel like crap, how can you
Absolutely.
possibly, walk through life being as accomplished as you could be if you felt good and better?
Absolutely.
Well, I mean, it's the same with alcohol,
Yeah.
right? Alcohol is such a depressant and gets in your body and stay. When I found out alcohol can stay in your body for like 30 days, I was like, oh,
It's unfortunate.
it really is. Because I love wine.
I do too. I'm Irish.
I
I
love
really like alcohol. I
alcohol's a
wish it was better for
wonderful
you.
thing. It's so great, but it's so bad. I do notice when I haven't drank for a few days, like my energy is better.
Mhm.
My skin is clear. Like
Mhm.
I'm not
Yeah.
depressed
It,
randomly.
in midlife, it super affects your sleep.
Oh yeah, I used to have terrible time sleeping. Cut way back on the alcohol and it's so much better. Huh.
Good. Good.
Weird, weird. Well, we are coming up on an hour, I do believe. So, and I know you have other things to do than just chat with me all day.
Oh, but this has been so
But
fun.
do you have any last thoughts, wisdom with fitness and confidence, or just confidence in general, or anything you want to impart on people that you feel like we didn't get to touch on?
I think we talked about the majority of it. I would just like want to hit one more time that point of get curious. What makes you feel good? Where do you feel like you're thriving? Where do you feel that confidence is growing? And keep at it, because consistency is key. I do have a free 4-week strength training program.
Ooh,
So for anybody who's interested, now this is more focused on perimenopause and menopause ladies, but you know what,
right.
guys can benefit from this too. But
Cool.
this is it's a free one. I'm happy to share that link with you to give.
Yeah, we'll put it in the
And
notes.
it's a good place to start, like
Yeah.
if you're not sure where to start. And then the other thing that is really important too is just have a progressive program. So whether you're doing classes at the gym or you're on your own, you want to have some rhyme or reason to knowing that when you get to the end of the month or at the end of your phase, like if you do a 6 weeks phase, can you see the progress?
Mm,
Did enough things change, like with volume, intensity, and all that,
yeah.
to really see the change or feel it and track that stuff? Like that's really important to see. What are you lifting? What has changed? Write all that stuff down. It'll be a real eye opener when you are 6 months into the year and you're like, has anything really changed? Like if you
Right.
look at it, yeah, it's highly recommended to keep your eyes on what's moving
I
and
mean,
just stay with
tracking
it.
anything makes you get better results, right? So I feel like
Yeah.
that's super big. I just thought
Yeah.
it popped away as soon as I did that. HeatherYanceyFitness.com. If you're interested with connecting, of course, I'll put it in the show notes. You can connect with her there. Heather, it was such a pleasure having you on today and such a fun conversation. Thank
I
you
love talking this stuff.
being here, and I appreciate you. If this was helpful for you as the listener or the watcher, please feel free to share it out, connect with us. Let us know what you think of the thoughts. What's your favorite way to work out? What do you like doing? Of all the things we said, what's the one thing that was your big takeaway? We would love to know how this was beneficial for you, and if it's something that you could share with somebody else. Of course, that's all we do this for. I'm not doing this for anything else other than just because it's fun. It's my little passion project, and I enjoy just sharing and helping everybody else out there. Otherwise, thank you, Heather, for coming on. Thank
Thank
you
you.
for listening, and we'll see you next time on Yes You May with Amanda Mae Gray. Thanks, and have a beautiful day.